handle it. And I mean, you can still be fired if you're a member of a union. It doesn't that doesn't mean that you're like the be all end all. Yeah, they're doing these things. I think they're taking more accountability. Good for Bravo. Unionizing isn't going to change any of that. You can get canned all the time. The only thing a union does for you is give you health benefits. It gives you like more options for retirement. SAG-AFTRA has a very great pension plan. You work towards that. It's not like it gives you like all this protection. It's not like it's and you're always guaranteed a raise like every year or every 2 years whenever they negotiate their contracts or whatever. But that's about it. It's not like it's like amazing. And people, I mean, I work for a news station. There's a lot of people that make a lot more money than me. And, if your agent can negotiate that, you can still make a ton more money and be in the union. I mean,
and I agree. I think below deck situation, like what more could have been done, right? Like I think Captain Jason handled it.
Yeah, they handled it so well. They can't predict what these people are going to do. And then they drink. That's the ongoing thing about all these reality shows. They ply them with alcohol. They want them to drink. You shared your story of being on Millionaire Matchmaker where they were like, oh, you're going to drink. That's a problem. I mean, that's a problem. If they're forcing people or really heavily implying you need to be hammered or high, that's an issue.
Well, do you know, because they had issues years ago. I mean, you remember they had a big thing on Bachelor in Paradise where they had to shut it down. They had to shut down production. There's a thing with Bachelor in Paradise. I don't know if it was Wells Adams on my show was saying this, but like they will get you to drink, sure, but they monitor it. They cut you off now. Imagine Bachelor in Paradise. I mean, you can go from room to room and fuck 24 hours a day and you're all beautiful. I mean, there's probably orgies happening there, but I mean, so like, I don't know. Is that the new thing? We're going to start now letting people drink on reality TV? Because let me tell you,
well, you'll have no television if you'll have no.
And what do you think happens? I mean, I know this from a lot of people what do you think happens when you go to WWHL? I mean, we see the people, we saw Jack A and Regina, but like I know from many housewives, like they fly you the minute you walk in, which is why Andy gets some great moments on Watch What Happens Live. I'm not criticizing. I mean, don't try to take away my fucking martini when I'm in a social setting. But yeah, I don't know. To your point, we won't have any reality TV. I don't
think they're ever going to get. And look, these people are over 21. I mean, they do make their own decisions, but you have to be accountable for even how you act. Like, if you get bombed beyond belief, like, this guy on Below Deck, sorry, I don't watch Below Deck, but
Luke,
if you get bombed like him, you got to, look, he said, I was drunk. I feel shitty. I can't believe I did it. I mean, but we all know, hello, we all know when we're over 21, we all act badly. We've all gone out for nights, got drunk and high and done everything else. And you pay the consequences. I'm sure you've lost friends. I've lost friends. I've fucked up. I mean, you got to pay the piper for what you do. So they can't control. It's one thing. They're going to serve these people over 21 alcohol 100%. But then you've got to be smart enough, and not everybody's going to be, to know that if you do something really fucked up, you're going to pay the price and they're going to can you. It's like every job, a lot of jobs. If you get a DUI, you're canned.
Getting drunk is so much fun, though. Oh my God, it's so much fun.
I agree. I love my booze.
I love booze. I fucking love vodka. I literally love it. I don't drink. Like I drink when I go out, like 2 nights a week. Do you know who did get fucked up, rumors?
What?
Well, according to Miss Jane, Miss Richards, and I don't mean Kyle, Miss Denise Richards was high on THC and puts my BFF Allison Dubois' Dinner Party from Hell season 1 to shame. So these girls are working. You talk about Kyle and Morgan Wade, and is it real, and have being queer baited, and it's all for next season of the show. These girls are doing Erika with all these Bet on Blonde interviews. She is coming in hard with, you guys better watch. Apparently this Dinner Party from Hell is the biggest dinner party craziness of ever. And Denise was high, and Denise broke down. It was yelling at everyone. And I don't know, are we going to have a good Beverly Hills season, darling? And is Denise Richards coming in hot?
I think we're going to have a really good season. Yeah. I think Denise is thrilled to be back without Rinna.
Listen,
I think it's going to be very good.
These bitches put Miss Richards through hell, right? So, I mean, I guess you
Well,
could argue that she did it to herself by fooling around with Brandy.
I think we all know and believe that she and Brandy completely had sex. So
Yeah.
100%. Now, problem was Aaron didn't know, honey. That was the issue. But they worked through it and they're still together. And we love ourselves some Aaron. I love to see Denise back. Look, I actually think I'll eat crow because I said a couple months ago that once people figure out that Kathy is not coming back, I think ratings are going to drop. I think RHOBH is a franchise that's bigger than any person. And I think you said it. It ain't going to miss a beat. And I don't think it's going to miss a beat now. I think Denise back and Camille, formerly Camille Grammer, I think it's going to be really good.
I mean, listen, I feel, and I mean, no disrespect. I mean, Sutton even just said, first of all, she's like, we forgot Rinna wasn't even there. Like,
It's the best.
Kathy to me, I mean, listen, I love Kathy Hilton. I think she was like nothing. I think she was a blip on the RHOBH radar screen. Like, no one's going to miss Kathy at all whatsoever. And that said, as a fan of Kathy Hilton's, but when the show goes down in history, we're going to talk about Kyle Richards, Lisa Vanderpump. The next name I would probably, Rinna, Jane. These are the people we'll talk about. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, no offense, we're probably not going to talk about like Joyce Gerard as at the top of our list. I mean, she was great on this podcast and she's a lovely woman and still really good friends with Lisa Vanderpump. But no, I think Kathy was just a moment in time. And I don't think one person listening to this gives a one fuck that she won't be there.
I will. I'm the only one. I want to see what other amazing, when your staff brings out a baked potato pie, darling.
I loved it. But
I want to see more of that. What is it like to have your linens cleaned every day, darling? I want to see real wealth.
Well, you have it with Mr. Agency and Mrs. Agency, and you have it.
But Kathy, there's a difference because they're new money, old money. Kathy has been rich with Rick from the moment they said I do. So 30 years. That's a different kind of wealth. Because like Kathy is so rich, it's like the slippers in the airport, could you hold on to this Van Cleef for me, while I take a shit, I mean, it's just like, it's so oblivious. I want the oblivious rich.
Well, I mean, you have Crystal ain't starving to death with that husband of hers. Crystal's done very well for herself over the years. And, I'm very intrigued by this. I don't know. I'm excited for Beverly Hills. It is my favorite franchise at the moment. You know what is really funny though?
What? Tell me.
Now we have, first of all, we have a brunette Lala. We have a platinum blonde Schwartzy. I think Schwartzy looks good with the platinum